Hello guys, welcome back. If you're new today, I'm Robin and welcome to my channel. Today it's all about thrift shopping. It's my day off. It's pretty cold outside, but we've got layers on and we're gonna head off to a little town that's about 30 minutes from me. It's called Nacogdoches, Texas. I found a couple of new places I want to go check out. Fingers crossed that they will let me film in there. I like to ask before I start filming in any places like that. So we're gonna go see if we can find any fun antiques today. I'm still looking for a wooden bread box, so that's what my mission is today, to hopefully bring one home, and we'll do some shopping and maybe come back with a little haul for you guys. So let's get going. We're definitely going to call this a winter thrift with me because it's pretty cold today here in Texas. So if you're ready for it, hit that thumbs up button for me, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get going. Okay friends, we finally made it to our first stop. I got gas. I stopped at Starbucks and got me, I call it a medicine ball, but it is a honey citrus mint tea. It is so good for these cold days. So again, I call it a medicine ball. That's just how someone told me to order it, but it's really, really good. So we're at our first stop. It's called Memory Lane Antiques. So again, it's in Nacogdoches, Texas, and let's go in and see what we can find. Okay, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. My first word when I walked into the store was jackpot. I had not actually been in a new thrift store in quite some time, so I was so happy to find this one. It is so large. It did not look this big from the storefront outside. And when I walked in and saw how large it was, I was just giddy. So I am going to try to show you as much as I can. I will definitely be coming back and filming here again. So let me stop talking for just a little bit and let me show you around the store. I did find some beautiful green stemware. These glasses were so pretty, but she only had two of those. If she had had four or more, those would have came home with me. And then she also had these glasses, and she just had two. If she'd have had more, those would have also came home with me. And when it comes to decor in my kitchen, I love green. It's just my favorite home decor color. And so I tend to kind of just film when I'm at thrift stores items that I would love to have in my house. However, today I thought, I wanted a longer video for y'all, so I tried to film just as much as I could. And of course, I had to throw in some of my favorites as I was filming also. Tend to lean toward kitchen items when I'm out thrifting, just because I normally just decorate my kitchen and dining room area with thrifted items, mainly in my bedroom and my bathrooms and my living room. I don't tend to use as many thrifted items. So I am, my eye is drawn to more kitchen items when I'm out thrifting. And for anyone out there that's never really been a thrifter, I was not someone that would go to a thrift store to buy things for my home until I guess a few years back. I know thrifting and antiquing can feel a little intimidating sometimes. I love going to thrift stores, but I'm not an antiques expert by any means. I don't really know the names of brands to look for, and I'm not hunting for anything rare or valuable. I really just buy what I love. I look for pieces that feel warm, a little worn in. They're full of character, things that I believe will add charm to our home and make it just feel more lived in and cozy. For me, thrifting isn't about labels or checking off a list. It's about finding items that make our home feel more, again, cozy, pieces that tell a story, even if I don't know what that story is. If something catches my eye and I can picture it in our home, that's usually the item that will go home with me. I hope this encourages you, especially if you're new at thrifting or feel like you don't know enough. You don't have to be an expert to create a home you love. You just have to trust your eye and choose the things that make you feel good, things that possibly bring you joy that you want to, layer in your home, help you to have a more curated home. So I challenge you to give thrifting a try if you've never been before. I did find so many great things today that I wanted to take home with me, but a couple of items I really wanted, but did not make it in my shopping cart, because they were out of my budget. And one of those was these mallard duck bookends. They were absolutely beautiful. I really hated to pass those up. Okay, friends, we're back in the truck. Oh my gosh, it is so chilly outside. That was the neatest place. The lady that owns it, it was her daughter Ashley working today, and she was simply adorable. She knows some of my family. Small world. Then I did pick up one item. I'll show you when we get home, but I did spend like 2.5 hours in there. Such a cool spot. So let's head to our next place. Still have not found a vintage bread box. I even asked her about it, and she said, I've been looking for one also. So having trouble finding one, but we'll keep looking. So let's head to our next spot. Okay guys, here's our next little place. Look how sweet that is. Let's go inside and see what all they have. This place is adorable. It's called the FREDONIA Vintage House. And just like the first store we went into, the very first word I thought of when I walked in the door was wow. She had this place just in tip-top shape. There is something in every corner, and it is the sweetest little place with so many treasures. I'm going to try my very best to show you around. From the outside, it did not look that big, but once you get inside, I tried to show you like each room that I went into, but I think there's 6 rooms, or ended up being 6 different rooms that she had styled. And oh my, again, I was just giggly. It was so fun to look at everything. There were so many things today that I saw, and such great prices. It seems recently when you're out thrifting, some of the prices can be rather um, unreal, I guess you could say. But that wasn't the case in my adventures today. I saw some great items with some really great prices. So I'm going to stop talking for just a second, and I'm going to show you around some of the different rooms and try to kind of highlight some of the things I loved. Okay, I think this was the fourth room I went into. I didn't really feel much in here because I got distracted from seeing this Christmas room. She says she has this Christmas room up all year long, and it was full of the most precious items. So we will definitely come back closer to the holidays, and I'll do some more filming in that room because it was wonderful. This is my favorite room in the whole house, and this was the kitchen room. This little dinette set here with the mushroom chairs, absolutely precious. But she had so much to offer in this one little room. And I did my very best to film just as much as I could today. I was definitely trying to, pay attention and look at everything. As I was filming, but as I said earlier in the video, it is really hard to, look at everything and film because I always miss some things. Looking back at the footage now as I'm doing this voiceover, I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't see this and I didn't see that. And so I really tried to, kind of film every little individual thing also, just so I could go back and look at the footage. So when I go back, I can maybe, write down a few things that I missed and maybe I didn't buy and I wanted to buy or didn't see. And so it's so fun going into thrift stores and just looking at everything. And this little kitchen definitely reminded me of my Granny Horton's house. There were so many items in here that I can just remember her having, and it's just a fun, way to go down memory lane. I'm definitely a sucker for a creamer, so all those little creamers there, I wanted every single one of them. This little wooden spice rack, I guess you could call it, is so unique. I love it so, so much. That is one thing that she had in the store was just different, unique items that I had not seen before. I go into a lot of thrift stores, and I was just very impressed with the way she had everything set up, everything displayed. She has definitely taken her time to curate her little thrift store, and it is absolutely precious. But your face remained the same. The swallows will be here by the door. When we're finally sober. Whew, okay, we're back in. I think it's getting colder. I have met the most precious people today. The lady that owns the store we just came out of, her name is Marcia. She lost her husband in 2024, I believe, and she is just a sweet, sweet lady. So I had so much fun in her store. We'll definitely be back. Okay, y'all, and since we didn't really get that much, I'm just going to do a quick haul here in the truck, something different for you guys. So let me show you a few things I picked up. Okay, so from the first store, all that I got was, he's loud, is Mr. Turkey here. I know it's about to be spring, but I could not pass him up. He was tucked away, and I saw him for $6. Can y'all see the detail on him? He is beautiful. What a find. He's going to look awesome on my Thanksgiving table next year. He opens up. Oh, ceramic. I love the white. He is so cute. And y'all, I got him for $6. So no vintage bread boxes, but we did get a couple of finds. I did ask Marcia in the last place we went to if she has seen any of those. And she's like, people come in here all the time looking for them. They're very hard to find. So anyway, didn't find our vintage bread box today, but we'll keep looking. So that was Mr. Turkey. So that's all we got at the first place. Let me show you the couple of things I got at the second place. Okay, I need a couple of more doilies to go in my living room when I decorate for spring. And I got these off-white, just round ones. I think one was like $4.50 and one was like $1.50. They were different prices, but I liked this one because it's kind of long. It's oblong. I love this. So I got a couple of those to go. I think I'm going to put these on the shelf as you walk in the living room. And then the last thing I got, which
Shocker, it's Christmas. But she had these for $4 in her Christmas room, and I couldn't pass them up. And they are just some salt and pepper shakers. No, they weren't. They were $4.95. But look how sweet they are. I am a sucker for a white dish, and these are going to look so good in the cutting board beside my stove, where I usually keep a little vignette right there. So these will come out in Thanksgiving. The turkey will come out these will come out at Christmas. My turkey will come out at Thanksgiving, but I will be using my new doilies during spring. So I've got a couple things I can go ahead and use. Okay, friends, that's all I'm going to have for you in today's video. I hope you enjoyed just something different. I love going to new thrift stores and checking them out. If you're local, I'll put the addresses to the place down in my description box. If you're new, hit that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. And friends, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.